You can see him shaking hands, even complete with a blood sacrifice where he takes a nip off the guy's finger and the blood enters the vessel. Pretty dark stuff. But then once the blood sacrifice is made, you see all these shapes fly across the screen in a split second. I really needed to stop the video and go frame by frame to see exactly what they looked like. And when I slowed it down, I found this one. Take a look to the right hand side of the voodoo priest. That is a very unique symbol that is used not only in voodoo, but in Kabbalism, Jewish Kabbalism, again, a satanic practice, and also in direct worship to Satan. So in voodoo magic, this symbol stands for the deity named Ayazan, which is the spirit that's in charge of priestly knowledge and magical worship. But the symbol has been repurposed several times throughout the years, and it has much older origins. If you do some research, you'll find that this symbol was also used to worship the demon called Azazel, which is sometimes synonymous with Satan. The term comes from Leviticus, and the Hebrew translation means scapegoat, so worship of the scapegoat. But even more interestingly than that, this symbol directly correlates with the Jewish Kabbal planetary seal of Saturn. Now when you start to dissect this image and you break it down, it makes the Roman numerals IXXI. And the Roman numerals fit perfectly within a three-dimensional black cube, which, just by coincidence, happens to also be representative of Saturn worship. You can also see these black cube structures in Australia, Denmark, Manhattan, Santa Ana, even the black cube of Mecca, or here in the States, an inverted black cube which serves as a waterfall at the One World Trade Center. It's all completely linked. Even old Jesuit rings of the Catholic Order have had the IXXI symbolism in it. Now, IXXI in Roman numerals stands for 9/11. You think it's all connected? I do. Can't be coincidence. But worship of Saturn relates to worship of Satan, and it is worship of Saturnalia, the Greek festival worshipping Saturn, which has effectively replaced Christmas. Look it up if you haven't already done so. If you look at the Freemason compass, as well as the two pillars that surround it, Boaz and Yahim, it also makes this IXXI pattern. So it is no coincidence, at least to me, that when you see this IXXI pattern in this Disney film, it does not represent simply just a voodoo pattern, which is dark enough in itself. It does represent many different shapes and forms of Satan worship. And some of you may be saying, oh, you know what? It was voodoo, so of course they're going to have some voodoo symbols in it. How can you really blame Disney? But as I mentioned, Disney is coming up with several movies with very dark theatrics. I was actually pretty surprised to see how dark Disney films were until I started watching them with my kids. And there was that big break from when I was a kid. And in that interim period, I just really didn't know how dark they were, and they were actually scaring my kid. And so Maleficent is another one. And while I was at the park, there was just tons of people with these Mickey Mouse ears with the Maleficent goat horns. And so this is all subliminal programming. I mean, none of this would really be acceptable decades ago. But now it is. Again, just death by a thousand cuts, little by little. They're really changing the culture.